Hey, welcome back to more Jade Empire. This is the Starshine River, and how awesome was that flyby. So now if we run forward out of that dark corner, you'll get some shaking, not too sure what that's about, but before you drop down you want to grab the edge, because we've got some items, and I'm quite certain you can't jump back up to this section. So it's only a large medpack and some flares, but they're here if you want them. Okay, so now hop down, and in this lower section we've got quite a few areas we can go to. Some of them are blocked off, but let me just give you the tour. We've got a section straight ahead that's over some lava. We've got this doorway here that's blocked off. If we come to this left, there is a window.
My way is blocked. A dead end. Maybe I should try to remove that block.
So, because Lara spoke, that's kind of a hint that that's the first thing we want to be doing. But I will continue showing you this lower section for now. We've also got a small medpack in this corner. We have another blocked off door there. And another one there, and you can see there is a green keyhole there. We will need a green key for that. So now you can start climbing up to the higher level. Just use this broken block that's here. Okay, and we just want to hop over to that section. Because you can see now I've turned a little bit, we've got a new doorway over there. So just be careful you don't end up falling off here, because I do that a lot. Run and jump to here, don't veer too soon because you'll bounce off the column. And we actually want to go that way, but yeah, it's a bit dangerous at the moment, and you can see a lever quite plainly there. If it wasn't so bright, you'd probably never be able to see it. So that lever is actually what will remove the spikes. So just pick up this medpack in the corner. Just make sure you're lined up for this, because you've got that tree section in the way, so you can potentially not land as easily in here, but it actually is easy enough. So pull the lever, and the spikes have now gone. So make your way back over. Don't want to mess up these jumps, because as I've said, I do it too often. Whoop. Oh, there we go. In the water on the left hand side there is a lever, and I've actually not been able to interpret or work out what that does. You can clearly see that a block has been removed, but I just can't identify where that block is. So either way, just give that lever a pull. It'll open up a way for you. So down here you've actually got this. This is not a door, it's just like a fence or something. That's through the area where we're trying to remove that block. So that's behind the block we're trying to currently remove. But continue along the path. And we've got this hole. Now this hole is what I thought the lever originally opened up, but the wall is just completely different. So nope, definitely not this. But just here there is the lever that will remove that block. There we go. Also, before we return there, we do have some flares. We've got a dumbass camera angle as well, that's annoying. But you can press the look button to get rid of that. And now you can just make your way back to that doorway that we've opened. Okay. Oh, mind the tree. So that is across the lava. We have to go across the lava to get there. Okay, I'll hop on up here. And again here, you want to crawl through. So you can't do the sprint roll in this game, but you can flip out of gaps, so that is very helpful. And here we are, this is the doorway we've opened. Just be careful though, because there are snakes in the water. But it's quite lucky that they actually can't go very far. Nowhere to run. Okay, so firstly, just in this corner there is a jump switch, but it is only for a secret. You only want to pull this if you want the secret. So if not, just ignore it. So you can see it's removed a block, and we will actually come to that at the end of the level. So now we've got a left and a right path. You actually want to go through the right, even though they lead to the same area. It's important you take the right, because if you hover on this tile, you activate a boulder, and you have no chance of getting out of its way if you choose the left path. So now that's out of the way, just follow the path around. And here we are. This is the section you can see from the other side of that gate, fence thing, whatever that is. So we've got 3 rooms, and clearly they all have a spike trap, and they all have a lever. Now 2 of them have a green tinge to them, and 1 of them has a red tinge. So just like before, you do not want to pull the lever in the room with the red tinge. So you want to pull the 2 that are greener. Okie dokie, so that block is now removed. We've been there before. That was just straight down that section, down that corridor. And it would be nice if that fence thing was a door and we have a shortcut back, but unfortunately that is not the case. Why am I jumping? So we do have to make our way all the way back. Alrighty, so now we still have to climb back up to the top. We're not there yet. Oh, nearly missed, but it's okay. I hate these jumps. Like this one specifically, I always mess it up, but I've done good today. So here we are, come out into this new section, and this is the Starshine River. Okie doke, so just be careful, you do not want to fall in the water, there is a current. Let me demonstrate what the current will do. So, unfortunately, reloading the game has gotten rid of that nice music, so I'll go ahead and edit it in because it is nice. Yes, so the path here, we actually want to go all the way around the river, and it can seem a bit overwhelming where you can stand, but you find when you get to your spot that it looks a lot more obvious where to stand. So next we want to go to that triangular tile, and as you're landing you want to press the roll button because it is just 1 pixel away, and she sometimes can't determine if she's landed on that or not. So press the roll and she is likely to acknowledge she's on the tile. So next you want to jump over to that triangular bit, so this one can be a little more tricky because you've got this bit in the way. There we go. Now hop to here, we want to grab and shimmy along. So you can see the next block in the water, that's a sloped block. So you want to drop down but hold the jump button and she will flip to this new safe block. You can clearly see this one over here, so let's head on over. So next we want to be grabbing the edge and shimmying along again. So shimmy until you can pull up. So just here. And now I kind of recommend walking because it's difficult to see where you can and cannot stand. So you want to head over a bit further, but I always do a side jump to save the shimmy time. Now shimmy along again until you can stand up on this corner section. And now we want to head that away, but there is this block in the way, so there's a lever down in this section that will remove that. Whoa, now. Whoops. Don't forget to grab. Okay, so don't forget to grab. There we go. Alrighty, and here's the lever. Grab again, just in case. You don't want to be banging your head. So now the block is gone and we can head that away. So you can do a standing jump just here, but you might want to save just in case you've misjudged it. There we go. And this requires a half tile jump. So just do your best with this one. You just want to try and aim as best you can in that direction. And you want to grab in the air again. There we go, nearly didn't make that. So from here you can see on the ceiling there is a ladder texture, so this is actually a monkey bar. And you can get rid of this angle by pressing the look button, but I'll keep it as it is, just cause. So you can barely just see it here, but there is a block that we can stand on at the end. There we go. So the next jump is pretty obvious. And then we can aim for this ladder. So you can clearly see where you can pull up here. So we actually want to keep shimmying along, but quite often when you drop down to grab the ledge, she doesn't shimmy past the tile points where it meets up and starts raising up slightly when it starts going diagonally. So if that happens to you, just do a side jump. Not quite like that. I could have saved that actually, you're supposed to go on that. But yeah, never mind. There we go, so just side jump, that was better. So here you want to drop down, and this is a slope straight below. You will actually land at the very lowest point, so you want to be holding jump. And then you'll jump to the next slope, and when you jump off that, you want to veer to the right, just so you're guaranteed to land on the... well, you can't really see it, but you can see the triangular section there. So, let's do that. There we go. So from here now it gets a little trickier because we're not jumping to and from platforms, we're jumping along rocks, and some of them have unseen slopes, so that's annoying. So just hop over here to here, and you actually want to continue shimmying towards the bridge. So firstly, I will take a detour for a secret. You want to have your back to this... well, let me try and look to the slope. Hop back and veer to the left. And here we go. In the hole is the secret. Okay. So to get down, it's easier just to slide here. Because then you're not hitting any random slopes that you can't determine. They're a bit crazy at that section. Okie dokie. So now we can go across the bridge here. So this is a much easier way of getting across. And come to this side, and we're going to head into this cave, but just before you enter on the left, there is a lever. So that gate is inside the cave, and don't keep pulling the lever because it will keep opening and closing that gate. But come on in, follow it round. So at the end is that gate, and when you approach it, Lara will speak.
Ah, a friend, as it seems. Don't shoot at him.
So goodness only knows what that guy was doing inside that section, because it's just a little tiny room. There is nothing here. So, poor guy, he must have got himself stuck. And heed Lara's words, do not shoot him, because if you do, you mess up the AI. So he's already wandered off, but this is Dave, he will be our tour guide. And he's got a few things he wants to show us. So just follow him. If you stray too far behind, he'll wait. There he is. He will wait for you. But you just want to follow him. See where he takes us. So you can go ahead and explore the areas where he will take us, but there are some things you cannot interact with. So you will just have to come find him. So now, watch this epic jump. Nice! So just follow him. I know where he's going, so I'll just run on ahead. So when he's climbing and jumping, you don't tend to knock into him. It's only when he's walking that he sort of pushes you. So he actually wants to come over this way. So he really wants to go through that gate. But so, yeah, we're gonna have to go and open it for him. Such a nuisance. So just backtrack a little bit over here. And you can climb onto this block and over the top. So just be at this highest point and you can easily jump to here. Whoops. So the lever to open the gate is right here. And sometimes Dave gets stuck, he doesn't move. So just continue along the path and he'll come and follow you. So we actually want to be heading off this way. So he will follow. And as you're turning these corners, be careful, because there is one corner that suddenly stops and you will fall in the water. This is the one. So while we're waiting for Dave, let's just admire the decor and art. There he is. Come on. Oh, nearly. So Dave will interact with this tile on the wall. So that will open a gate just down below. There we go, thank you, Dave. And while I'm in there, picking up the thing, don't get into any mischief. Stay there. Right. Let's go on in. See what we got. We have a prayer wheel. And we actually need 8 of these. Yes, 8. Dave, what have you done?
I've got the roll, but I think the man wanted to show me something.
So, yeah, Dave indeed just does want to show us some more. So let's go and see what havoc he's wreaked. See what chaos he's caused. Dave, what have you done? You've broken the column! I can't believe you've done that. Well, we may as well go and see what he wants to show us. He's gone through a lot of effort of breaking that. So we can go and have a look. So you can actually see a block here. This would have been blocking the way, so picking up the prayer wheel has removed that, so we can continue along this way. And Dave sort of stops there to show you this lever because he obviously can't be bothered to pull it himself. So you can see from here there is another tile on the wall, so Dave will use that to do something else. Just come forward a little bit. So he's actually opened up that door for us, so that actually was helpful. Thank you, Dave. So you've kind of broken something to help us, so yeah, I suppose we can forgive you. So now you want to hop into the water. Now we're below the waterfall. There is no current that will drag us, so you're safe to be in the water. And if you have fallen in, there is only one way out. So I will show you where that is, because that's exactly where I'm going. But first, you just want to swim into this gap to grab a secret. Okay. So we want to head back up the waterfall so we can go back to our starting area. So here it is, just at the columns that are now broken. So to get back up the top, we want to come back in the cave where we picked up the prayer wheel. And just a note while I'm thinking about it, the walkthrough on the website actually says you pick up a scroll in here as well as the prayer wheel. I don't think it's supposed to be within the same room, but just in this area. But there isn't one, and there is no consequence for one, so I don't really understand that. But anyway, if you have a look up in this room, there are poles around the wall, so that's how we're going to get up. And don't forget, these poles can only be grabbed in the center. If you are too far to one side, she will not grab the poles. So you do need to do a half tile jump to grab this, because the distance is a bit odd. When you let go of this pole, you want to veer to the left and do not grab. Whoop! Well, that was annoying. Okay, veer to the left, do not grab. So yeah, do a roll if you're struggling with that, because I seem to grab that pole a bit funny. So now just hop down here, and you want to shimmy along until you can climb up. And there we go. Okay, so from here, you can run and jump to one pole, which will lead you to another ledge, and from that ledge you can run and jump to the next pole. Let me deal with that. My battery's dying. Okay. That feeling when you think the laptop battery will last just while you record, but clearly not. Right. So, run and jump to one pole. I didn't speak very clearly, and wow. It really is going badly today. So you do want to do a running jump. I don't know why she didn't grab that. But then jump to here. And this has a diagonal slope, but you can stand on the slope, so that's okay, don't worry about that. So then run and jump to the next pole, and you can swing off and grab this ladder. You can also stand on the sloped part of this block, so just you can easily hop over that. Run and jump to here, and then into the gap, and you don't have to grab to slide into this gap. So come around to the ladder. But now from here you can just hop down and you can come through here. We've got this block, but if you approach it, it will disappear. And you want to jump to this flat bit here. Now, I do often mess this up, so I am going to save. Okay, so just... there we go. And now you want to run and jump to this section. You just want to grab and shimmy till you can pull up. So now you can just see where you can next go to, so you can come to the edge and do a standing jump to there. Oh, I thought she had her feet stuck. There we go, and from here you can easily run and jump back over. Here we are, so now let's head over to the door that Dave opened for us. You know, I did just do a practice through of this level, and it was flawless, and now I thought I was definitely ready to record, but now I'm making so many mistakes. Okie dokie, hop down. And here we are, straight on through. So you can jump onto that higher ledge, but I want to come down just for a secret. Remember, we pulled that jump switch and opened up the doorway. What do we have? We have Uzis. And I said in part 1 I thought there was only one chance to get the Uzis, and I was wrong. I had forgotten about these Uzis. So if you've not pulled that jump switch, you cannot go back up that slope to do that, unfortunately. So you can do it at any point before coming down the slope into here. So if you don't want the secret, if you're not bothered, you don't have to come down to the lowest level. You actually want to be up the top. So you can jump off the slope so you don't fall all the way down. Okay, and now to end the level. So just slide on down, we will start the next level. So this is where I will end today. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.